Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm MD. I'm the host of Made Different, the podcast that discusses a variety of dating concepts through memes and eclectic opinion. Yes, I had to coin that whole statement because it just felt right. You know what I'm saying? It felt like me. All right, so we back for episode number 20. Episode number 20. And I know people are like, well, what's episode 20? Romance belongs on the ID channel. Episode 20. Romance belongs on the ID channel. And I was thinking about this because actually my friend was talking to me about the ID channel. And then I remember like when I was doing TV reviews and all that, I was talking about Joe Kemper. And how, he was investigating these murders and all this stuff and investigating what stupid people were doing, homicides and how dumb it turned out. So I was like, you know what? Let's talk about romance since women love ID channels so much. That's where it belongs. Romance is damn near dead. It's been brutally beaten to almost to death. And I want to bring on my partner, China, to help us with this, but it's not letting me. It just did it the other day, but it's not. Oh, you got a request to join me. That's what it is. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? I got to turn it on. There you go. There you go. Now try it. There you go. Because I want to bring China on here to talk about this because romance is pretty much dead. Romance is pretty much dead. But it's not quite dead yet. So I figured it would be on the ID channel. That's where women love to get all their murder shows, to get their murder information. That's where they try to get their murder information and all their murder shows. The ID channel. That's what they all love watching. Murder, death, homicide. Well, why'd y'all kill romance then? Let's just start it right there. So I got a couple memes to kind of assist for that, but hold on. Let me see if now. Hold on, if I could bring her in now, because it's saying, oh man. I think she got to request me. I think you got to request me in order to do it. Try to request me on here and see if it works. Because I just tapped the thing to let you in. So it should let you in. So hopefully it will. So, back to what I was saying. So I got some memes, right, to kind of like help go along with this while we graciously wait to see if we can get Miss China in, because for some reason I don't know why it's not working. But let's go to the first meme I got. All right, because they got all these memes out here kind of misleading you, thinking that. All right, well here let me give you the basic one. The first basic one is romance died ever since women called it thirst. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. Hold on. Yeah, it's not. It's not showing me a request. Let me see if that will do it. That swiping left won't do it. Swipe that way. That's notifications. Let's see. All right, China, leave out and then come back in. Because I had to turn on some button that said, please accept your viewer or whatever. So turn it back in. Anyway, so yeah, women kill romance once they labeled it thirst. How do y'all feel about that? I mean, what happened to romance? I'm trying to figure it out because I don't know. You can't be romantic anymore. Romance is in the hospital bed lying somewhere waiting to be discovered. Just laying there. Why? Because y'all won't let us be great. Y'all won't let men be great out here. Remember how it used to be back in the day? I remember middle school, high school. Look, man, I used to write little notes and stuff like that. I was smooth with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Had a little note come back to you. I had all kinds of stuff. All kinds of. Let me do this. All right, let's see now if we could. So, yeah, trying to go back out and come back in. All right, so, yeah, I used to have all kinds of methods to be nice, you know what I'm saying, to have the R&B of that time period talk for me, get my discussion. You know what I mean? The R&B used to spit game. I didn't have to spit no game. The R&B used to have to spit game. You know what I'm talking about. And if you, look, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, ever since things was sweet, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the music was different back then. Man, you know what? Even the music was different back then. Even the music was different back then. Even the music. You had Luther. You know, all the New Jack Swing. You had Christopher Williams, Boys to Men. They was all singing about love. People was happy to be in love. You weren't getting clowned if you loved your woman or your dude. You know what I'm saying? But I'm more speaking from the guy's point of view, because this shit's frustrated, man. Because now all of a sudden the whole game done flipped around. I mean, you wasn't getting clowned for being in love back then. Guys were happy to get you with who you wanted. You know what I'm saying? You seen The Wood? Y'all remember The Wood? You know how The Wood, I forgot the kid's name, but you know how they was all at the after school dance and he, you know, they all made sure they had the Tic Tacs right. They all had pens together. They had stuff to write on. They was ready to get some numbers. They was trying to fall in love. They was trying to get it in. They was ready in The Wood. You know what I'm saying? They out here, they was booking numbers left and right, bow, bow, bow. And what's his name? I can't remember his name in the movie. I think it was Willie or whatever his name was in the movie. The cat from Carolina. I can't remember his name. Mike. It was Mike in the movie. Big Mike. He came through with the number at the end. Really smashed them both out. They was like, man, that one number is worth like 10 of mine. You win, homie. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how it used to be, man. You know what I'm saying? You had that one that you would just go after, that one that you would seek out, the one that you really tried to pursue. You really, really, really tried to pursue. What happened? Movies are not realistic. Yeah, you know what? Just looking at some of the comments, one of the comments from Jennifer says movies are not realistic. This is true. But I won't lie. I won't lie to you, though. That was realistic to me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not winning the bet, because I don't know if guys would have really said that one number is better than these 10. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. But getting numbers that way, preparing, having your pen on you, you know what I'm saying? I had a pen at all times. And you know what I mean? Now you can't even get in a dress-up club with a pen. Now, back in the day, you had to have a pen. There was no cell phone. You had to have a pen. You usually could use a napkin to write on. You know what I'm saying? But you had to have a pen. You had to have your breath smelling right, which you still do. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, in middle school and high school, yeah, that's how we used to get it. You had to holler at something like that. There was no in between. There was no in between. And you couldn't pull up being a dickhead. I mean, to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still had to have some kind of, like, your smoothness could really get you over. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to be as thoughtless as you do today, at least on the man's side. Now, I can't speak. I'm trying to get China in here so she can speak from the woman's side, but they don't want me to be great tonight. And I would stop and start over, but and this crap is like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want me to be great tonight. They don't want me to be great tonight, and I don't know why. Tested this out the other day just for this specific reason. But anyway, so they don't want me to be great tonight. So what was that? Oh yeah. So yeah, no, the movies aren't realistic, but we gotta figure out what happened. So we're gonna try to figure it out. You, me, the audience, we're gonna be Joe Kemp. We're gonna figure out this close to murder mystery about what's going on with romance. Now, let's say back in the day, if I pull up and said, hey, you know, I'm so-and-so, what's your name, nice to meet you, blah, 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 that could work for you in 1990 or 2000. Now it won't work for you. You can't just say, oh, hey, how you doing? You can't come up politely and just say, hey, I think you're attractive, let's talk sometime. Man can't do that. Now, I know what ladies will say, yes, you can, and blah, blah, blah. You can't do that. You can't. It won't happen. Like, it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all done. There's no way out of this situation we're in. It's all done. So let's talk about the what. What happened? What is romance? I guess where there's soft music, there's setting the mood, romance, thinking ahead, listening to who you're talking to, romance, telling somebody you're taking the time out to think of them during your day, romance, flowers, candy, random gifts, romance. Being attentive and giving the person you're after 100% devotion, romance. But today, 2020, you can't give a woman that kind of attention, because then she gonna think you ain't got nothing better to do and she don't want you. You can't pursue a woman, like, for instance, texting. Now, a woman will, if you're not texting her every day, they'll want you to text them every day. But if you text them every day, all day, they're going to get sick of you and think you don't have nothing better to do. It's happened time and time again. Even though women will tell you that, yeah, I want communication. Communication is the key. Communication is only the key later on, once they develop feelings for you. Before that, or before you get them, communication is not the key. They don't want to communicate with you. Let's stop for a second and see what some of the comments say, because I'm really upset that, this is a side note, but I'm really upset that this live thing ain't working the way it did the other day. I just tested this crap out. All right, so Brigitte said, women can't stop you from being great. Insecure men listening to a few women calling them thirsty killed it. On the flip, made different. You see what I'm saying? On the flip. I like the flip. You know what I mean? Here's the thing about insecure men. Insecure men and secure men, we all want to get laid. And I'm just being, look, I'm going to be as real as I can be. And if us as men see that this approach is not working, We're all getting turned down by using the approach that comes naturally, the approach that's taught to you, and the approach that men have been conditioned to do for years. If that approach has not been working for numerous amounts of men, then we have to adapt and change. Because if not, we're not going to get laid. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the real, what relationship, laid, whatever your thing is, we're not going to get it doing what everybody else is doing and failing. You know what I'm saying? Because guys, there is no smooth, subtle, slick way in. If I'm meeting a woman out, I can't just say, "Hey, how you doing?" What's up? What's your name? Not gonna work. That's not gonna happen. More than likely, they might think you're weird, and you know what I'm saying, you out. Let them find out you're weird later. That shit ain't gonna work. Damn. I wonder. I'm gonna try something different. But yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to turn this the other way and see if possibly we can get China in that way. Hold on. Hold on. Nope. Won't let me. Still won't let me. All right. So yeah, but like I was saying. So we all in here. This is, you know what? This is really frustrating. So it's not gonna happen for you just being romantic and being smooth or just approaching a woman in a normal, nice, non-threatening manner. That's just not gonna happen. A man will get more response from a woman being like, "Hey, yo, bitch," and you know what? I seen real talk. And this is. My hand on everything I love kids, everything family. Me and a few homeboys went to the mall one time. This was like 2000 or 2001. My homeboy was like, "Yo, sexy bitch." And no lie, like, she was kind of like thrown for a minute, but he still talked his way and still got the number from her. No lie. I'm not even lying. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I would never believe it. It's so counterintuitive to what us as men be thinking about. It's insane. It's so counterintuitive. You know what I mean? But I mean, me personally, I still don't have the gonads to do that. Like, I just can't do it. That's not me. I couldn't pull that off. But that shit was hilarious though. I was like, wow. Like, he was like, "Yo, watch this." "Hey, yo, sexy bitch." I'm like, what? And that shit worked. I was mind blown for like a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? We was all drunk anyway. But that's not the point. The point is, it still worked. And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? So, and that's like the difference now where I've been trying to like, when I've been like listening to other, so-called like dating experts and like other people in the dating community and how they're talking about this red pill, blue pill, and in this society in that manner. This shit's ridiculous. So they're talking about the society in that manner, and I'm like, yo, when you real blue pill, you really think that the things that your mom told you would get you further with women. Be nice, be respectable. You know what I mean? To always, put the woman first. All the stuff that we was taught as kids, at least, being men and being gentlemen, don't work. All this shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? And then, well, I mean, obviously, it's not everybody, but for the majority, it just don't work. It's just not exciting to a woman. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the plain. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that because they get thousands of men a day. You know what I'm saying? Holler at them. "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up?" Just like going in a woman's inbox. "Hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on with you? Hey, hi." You know what I'm saying? "How are you?" Like, just boring shit. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Guys, we got to change our approach. That's boring to a woman. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you. Don't come in a woman's inbox with this hi, how are you bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know them, or I mean, maybe you really want to know how she is, but I mean, come on, this shit's lame. You guys say something better than that. All right, so there's what? So why is romance being pushed to the back? You can kind of imagine being like I was talking about the music earlier with Luther and Christopher Williams, Boyz II Men. That kind of music was more smooth, more inclined about love. The other kind of music, the music matches the time period. So now you don't get love songs anymore. You get "I'll bust the windows out your car," I'm crazy, but you should still do me anyway. You know, I'm eat the booty like groceries. This is the music you get now. You know what I'm saying? So you can see how the music coincides with the time period. You said, wait, hold on. Let's go to the comments. Hold up. Because I see a couple come in. Steve, what up, bro? China said that's not true. Being normal and nice. Being a gentleman does work. So Cindy says, being a gentleman does work. Once you get to a certain age, you appreciate a gentleman. All right, I'll give you... you know what? And I'll say I agree to an extent. It depends on, because I'm meeting older women now, and I'm almost 40, almost. I'm still about 30, but almost 40. I'm meeting women over 40, 50. You know what I'm saying? Who don't want a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Or who've been taught to not respect the gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Or what'll happen is they'll at least, now maybe it's the area you live in, maybe it's a cultural thing. You know, I have no idea. I'm still trying to decipher it all. But there's women who's out here basically when they see a guy who's a gentleman, they're trying to take advantage of him. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, not all women. You know what I'm saying? Not all women. But there are a lot of them out there that are out here to get what they can get because either they're lacking or whatever the case may be. Maybe they're missing some attachment. You know, that's why I put up that post yesterday about love is trash. Just explaining about how people be falling in love way too quick. But either way, I'm just saying, obviously, no, it's not all women. I know that there's some out there. And those are the ones I'm betting on that still appreciated a good romance. You know what I'm saying? Because I won't say I'm a hopeless romantic, but I do like doing romantic shit. You know what I'm saying? I love romantic shit. And I do it. But the thing is, when I do it, then it doesn't get appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, they don't want that shit. They want something else. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the romantic shit. Don't play me no slow music, nigga. Just hit me, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm not like complaining, I'm just adapting to what's going on, you know what I'm saying. In general, like when they say nice guys finish last, fake nice guys finish last. Regular nice guys sometimes either get taken advantage of or get their heart broken, you know what I'm saying. And unfortunately, it's hard to find the medium between being respectable and then just being an asshole because you don't want to deal with the nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really wanted China in here, because she could give the woman's point of view. But let me stop complaining about that. Hold on. So let's go back to the comments. Okay, China said this must be for girls under 30. I mean, like I said, no, all women are doing it. Be a trendsetter and bring it back. I want to bring it back, Jennifer. I would love to bring back romance, but here's the problem with that. It's not going to come back with just me. And I know what I'm doing, but I can't do romance until she's sold on me before that. So I can't lead. There is no leading with romance like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no leading with romance. All right, Gita says, maybe today's music has changed men and women on romance, probably why a lot of women 30s and the 40s look for older men. Yeah, and I'm wondering, like, damn, how old y'all want to go? What, 30s and 40s, how old y'all want to go? What y'all want to go 60? How old you want to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't even know because I see a lot of older women, you know what I'm saying, still on some BS. You know what I'm saying? Now, I can only approach this as a man, you know what I mean? Because I don't know what it's like for women. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I saw something earlier where they were saying, trying to hit me with this video, and the dudes were like, oh, women should approach men too. You know what? And while it makes for a good video that they did, that's just not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Because men, we're the hunters. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones who get out there. We're the ones that's supposed to take charge. So if a woman comes up to me, you know what I'm saying, and is like, hey, what's up? And she just starts talking to me randomly. Now I'm thinking, what she want? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm thinking, why is she talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the underlying move here? You know what I'm saying? Because women just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just not in their nature. We feel uncomfortable having you do that because we don't we all like weirded out because we're supposed to be the ones doing that, not y'all. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff needs to stay how it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't let this idea that everything has to be equal ruin what's been going on for years. The men's supposed to do that. Don't just jump in and take that from us. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're supposed to do. If he not doing what you want him to do, then just leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? But we're supposed to be the ones to initiate that kind of deal. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. You know what I'm saying? At least for me. Now, I know some guys could do that, you know what I'm saying? Just like some guys can, lay up and not work and let a woman take care of them. I can't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got to be the provider, you know what I'm saying? And if I'm not the provider, then I'm trying to at least think of ways to be the provider. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, this is taking years to develop this type of mentality, but I'm just saying, like, that's crazy. I can't do it. I can't lay around and lay up in a woman's crib and not do nothing. Cindy, I'm 37 years old. If a man comes at me sideways, I'm walking away, but I know what I want. See, and I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? And see, and that may be where, a woman is more secure in herself. So maybe she would appreciate a regular, genuine conversation. But still, I don't know, because it sounds good. But most of the time, even with the nice women I know, they want somebody to like give them a hard time, talk a little trash, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's just, the mindset developing over the years or, women are getting sick of, all the playing we did in the 90s and the 2000s, fellas. I mean, did it wear them too thin? You know what I'm saying? Like, did we ruin it? To now, their defense mechanisms is up over years of being played. After years of being played, you know what I'm saying? Now, the woman mindset has evolved into something different. Is that what it is? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, we got to figure this out because it could be. That's crazy. You still sending requests and it won't do nothing. I bet you I promise you, as soon as I log off of here though, and do it again, it's gonna do it. What time is it? 10:30. All right, so it's 10:30. Yeah, I was definitely going in on a rant, but a good rant. So I'm gonna go back to it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go like 10 more minutes, right? Just so I have like a complete show. I'm gonna go. See if I can pull China in for the after show. So definitely hang in. So let's say I end this at 10:40. Let's hang in till 10:45. Hopefully I can convince China to let's try this again to get you on there. We can just talk shit all night. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even got to be no full show or nothing, but just, you know what I mean, just to bring you in. All right, so like I was saying, hold up. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with an iPhone. You take the cover off, it slides all over the damn place. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. So did we cause women to evolve into this nature? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Rukita says, again, where in the world are you meeting these people? Look, it is not just me. It's not just me. Men, all the men I know, like, all right, here's another meme. Now, here's why I try to take memes and break them down. I try to take memes and break them down because a lot of people, they'll see a meme and they'll agree with it, but then they think that that's all it is. If the meme is at face value, and that's how you're supposed to live. So the meme says here, when he's funny, emotionally unavailable, has fuckboy tendencies, and give mixed signals. And the woman in the chair says, I swear to God, you could drown a toddler in my panties right now. So that's what the meme says, because obviously, she got wet because of all those negative traits that the man portrayed. And we see this all the time. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time. And here's the problem that guys have with that. We see it all the time. Ask any guy he knows at least 10 women that have fell for this and went for this kind of man. Knows at least 10 women that's been for this and that's overlooked good men going for the asshole, but then always say that they want a good man. Here's the problem. They want the man that they want who isn't that way. They want him to be a certain way because they would hope to change him to what they want him to be. Let me say that again. The woman wants the man that they want to change into a better man. The man that they want. Not the man that's already a better man. They want the man that they want who really ain't shit to be a better man. And then they won't quit until either the relationship just falls completely apart or, the tears just won't stop coming until, years and years down the road when they know the relationship has ran its course, then it's over. And we see this time and time again. That's what I'm saying. Us men, we see this time and time again. You know what I'm saying? I know people are going to say, what are you talking about, man? It's just not that way. I promise you it is. You know what I'm saying? And I promise you that it's going to continue to be that way. Oh, it says, Jennifer says, because you haven't done it for the right one. And normally if I meet a woman, you know what I'm saying, it depends. But you know what, most of the time, I try to do things in the romance way. You know what I'm saying? But it's not, it wouldn't get me anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Getting a woman, thinking, all right, I just met this woman, let me talk to her. Try to build some rapport, continuously talk to her daily, try to get to know her, and then hang out with her, doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work anymore, you know what I'm saying? And if it does, if that does work, then it might just be a friend or something. But otherwise, that person, it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get more from getting a number, maybe possibly setting up a date, never talking to them for the whole week until maybe like the day before or the day of, be like, hey, we still on, blah, blah. You'll get further that way than trying to talk every day. And talking, it just doesn't work. All right, Sydney said, I know what you mean, bro. But it's those weak girls that like to be mistreated, so run. See, and that's another thing. Once I find that out, that is also true. I'll say that too. The ones I noticed that like to be treated like crap, they don't have knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? Now, the ones that really, let's say, have their shit together, then it just depends on what they're looking for. If they're looking for a certain status, if they, you know what I mean, which you may or may not have, but you still gotta come with something besides romance. You can't lead with the romance. Back in the day, I used to lead with the romance. Now I can't lead with that anymore. You always talk about sheep, man. Conforming is following it. Yeah, it's true, Burkita. But look, and you know what? That's crazy. Like, I don't want to conform, and and again, it's not just me, because I'm speaking for a lot of men. Trust me, I know men who have been through this. Like, and I talk to women all the time. I got a bunch of female friends who go through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? And I hear you guys on here saying that things will be this way and that way, but I promise you that it's not, because you all have girlfriends who you all like, yo, you need to get rid of him, girl. You're better than this. You're better. You know what I mean? You don't need him doing this to you, but she will not leave. You know what I'm saying? And there is no romance there, and he's got her wrapped around his finger with no romance. You know what I'm saying? None. You know what I'm saying? And this is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Now, it could be a whole mental thing. Like Cindy said, she probably depressed or don't know what's happening. So she's, maybe it's a whole group of them like that. You know what I mean? Maybe we need to take more time to get to know ourselves better before we rush into these commitments. You know what I'm saying? Or rush into dealing with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But real talk, like, that's why we're going to come back and I'm going to end this and bring China in. But yeah, it's 10:37. We got 3 minutes. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to try it. It should work if we can bring China in. You know what I mean? Because this shit is complicated. But I appreciate y'all sticking with me anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fun. And I'm trying to tell you, like, romance is not what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I can't invite a woman over and say, hey, I'm going to cook you a candlelight dinner, blah, blah. Not when I first meet them. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to take them somewhere. And where you take them, normally taking them somewhere is not going to be necessarily romance. You know what I'm saying? You can't get too wishy-washy with a female, because then what's going to happen? You know what I mean? That turns them off. You know what I mean? They want. If you ever read The Art of Seduction, there can be no seduction without resistance. It's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So the game just changed. You know what I mean? But I think that if we could all if we could just try to be more open to romance, you know what I'm saying? Pass this along to the women's meeting. You know what I'm saying? When y'all have your women's meeting, pass this along, because there's guys out here that want to be romantic, you know what I mean? But we can't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not helping anything. It's not getting us any further than it's getting us pushed back. A man could say a respectable hello to a woman in her DMs, or be respectful. She won't answer that. But as soon as he say, fuck you, bitch, da da da, that's when he gonna get the response. She gonna leave him on read for him being kind and considerate. If not, and it's just crazy. So she has to deserve the romance. She definitely has to deserve the romance. That's true. You can't waste good romance on just anybody. You know what I'm saying? She said, when I was 27, I dated a 42-year-old, and I was pretty good. Yeah, you know what? In my 20s, I dated a 40-year-old, too. And that was good when I was in my 20s. I can't date a 40-year-old now. I can, but they on the same bullshit as a 20-year-old. I promise you, I'm not overstepping. I promise you, it's the same. It's the same. There is no difference. At this point, there's no different. I promise you. So a woman can never approach you to buy me a drink? Hell no. Was she trying to poison me or something? Hell no. She can't approach me to buy me no drink. Now, unless she, chilling with us at the bar and it's a bunch of us, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be like, Nah, what's she trying to pull? You know what I mean? Because it's odd that it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Cash Money Records taking over for the. She might not even be. Hopefully, she's still on. Cindy, Cash Money Records taking over for the 9-9. China's there. China says, "Why not cook a dinner?" Look, I'm telling you, cooking a dinner is just not working. I agree. You can't bring them to your place for the first date. They might be crazy. Yeah, no, you know what? Everybody don't get the location to the Bat Cave. Sorry, it just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? You definitely. I know people be on some Netflix and chill and all that, but I'm feeling people out. You know what I'm saying? And there's been a couple times that I felt people out and wasn't sure, so I'll send them like the wrong address at first. they ain't coming here at first, not till I figure out what they plans are. Oh, Cindy's married. I'm married. I try to school my girls. What the? Salute to you, Cindy. I'm gonna finish these comments and then end on what did we learn. Bullshit on Reed. Okay, so that was the last comment. So yeah, it's 10:41. So just to wrap up, for the recorded purposes, just to wrap up. Wait, hold on. Cindy says, "Oh, come on! I remember my husband and I went on a date. I paid for our date. He was in shock. It's called Boss. Man. Oh yeah, it's called Boss Life. He was so impressed. Yeah, but see, that's your husband, though. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What was his? I would love to know what his approach was for you when y'all first met. You know what I'm saying? But then also, how long have you been married? That's another factor because, again, things seem to have switched over after like 2010, 2011. You know what I'm saying? Before that, things ain't switch over. You know what I mean? It was you could still do a little bit of romance. I could still, write you a love note or, blah, blah, and it wouldn't be considered extra. Today, it would be like, oh, my, what's this guy doing? Get him out of here. Yeah, Cindy, thank you very much for coming in, you know what I'm saying, and giving your 2 cents. I appreciate you so much. And, yeah, I would definitely love to hear, how y'all met, man. That would be great. And definitely good to hear from you and good to hear from everybody else. I see the queen just jumped in. Miss Karma Coleon, what's up, girl? 13 years. So what is this? Is 2020, so that's 2007. So I wonder how his game was in 2007. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, to wrap this up, romance is slowly and almost dead. All right? It's almost dead. But it's up to you. It's up to you to save it. If you want it. Don't think that you're going to get blood from a stone and you're not going to get romance from an asshole. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Please. We having an after show. Yes, Miss Queen, I'm about to sign off, but we're going to sign right back in. So everybody who's on, we're going to sign. He was a player. See what I'm saying? Gee. But thanks for being real about that, because that's real. So Cindy said her husband was a player. And you know what? I mean, us as men, we got to be more desirable. Let me continue this on the after show. But I definitely appreciate y'all taking the time out. If you can't stay for the after show, but we're going to jump right back in to save the after show. I tied him down. Look, and I'm going to end on this. Men are not crazy. You know what I'm saying? When we see a woman with value, we're going to keep that. That's for sure. We're going to keep a woman with value. Thanks. And I'm gone.